My mother is one of the last few full-bloods at White Earth. She grew up during the termination era, thus I did not have the opportunity to learn my language or culture. It was her method of protection, protecting me from the discriminatory practices of those days. She is a wise woman who has always been hardworking and self-sustaining. Honestly, I learned at a young age that I can make my own choices in life. I just need to be prepared to face the consequences of those choices. I can choose to dwell on the hardships we've faced in the past and allow myself to be consumed with the devastation, or I can learn from them and use the lessons to avoid repeating the same mistakes. Throughout the years, I have had the opportunity to see many tribal governments in action. Working closely with them, I was inspired by the council members who took office with good intentions to make positive changes. Unfortunately, throughout the years, I have also seen much turmoil, abuse of power, and a system of spoils that continues to hold us back. Although I have spent many years working for the people of White Earth, I always sheltered my children from the politics. It was my way of providing protection for them. I didn't have to protect them from the federal government. I kept them from the discriminatory practices of tribal government. We used to have a historian at White Earth. He was a brave man who taught me the importance of learning about our history and understanding our past. His thoughts were that in order to move forward, we first need to understand where we have been. The federal policy eras of allotment, assimilation, reorganization, and termination all had significant impacts on us. But I believe things happen for a reason, even if it's hard to understand at the moment. One thing will always lead to another, and our past has made us who we are today. We are resilient people. I dream of our future, a future where my grandchildren won't need to be sheltered from politics, and instead we have a strong governing system that encourages them to become citizens that contribute to a flourishing nation. But first, we need to understand our history so we can understand what got us to where we are at today. It's time we move back to self-governing ourselves, as we did for thousands of years before, and exercise our rights for sovereignty. We are not sovereign now and can never truly be sovereign under the BIA and MCT umbrellas. We must respect democracy and hear the voices of our people. By implementing a good governance system created by White Earth people for White Earth people, we can move forward together. It's time to be humble and put our personal differences aside. Let our hearts work together for our future so all of our children and grandchildren that we love can step out of that cycle of despair and into a cycle of prosperity.